first principle that's an inhibiting principle that I want you to understand is the liking gap. That's not my term. That was coined by a psychologist who studied this. And the evidence is that people believe that the other person in an initial conversation isn't as responsive as they are. In other words, when I am with someone else, I like that person more than they think that I like them, and they like me more than I think that they like me. There's a liking gap. It starts very young. A 4-year-old apparently has no liking gap. If you ask them, did you enjoy playing with your new friend? They say yes. But at age 5, they start to develop it, and it goes up probably through, it's certainly the childhood years is what the research indicates, but probably through the teenage years, where people assume that the other person doesn't like them very much. We know that in college years that the research has indicated that there's a huge liking gap when two people are thrown into the same dorm room. At the beginning of the year, there's a huge liking gap, but it diminishes by the end of the year. And I think that's because more conversations happen and people get to share more, moving from mouth to mouth, head to head, heart to heart, as we've discussed in other places. And the fundamental thing here is that there's a liking gap because we do not know what is in the other person's head. We have an idea of some of the things that are in our own head and our own thoughts, but we don't know what they're thinking, and we presume the negative more often than not. So bear in mind that there's always a liking gap. That other person you're talking to, if you're not really a jerk, they like you more than you think they like you, and you like them more than they think that you like them. So always be aware that there is a liking gap and overcome that, because they actually do have a desire to relate to you more than you ever think they did.